Hello and welcome back to my channel. My life is this. Today's video, an idea that I got from Candice over on Homeschool on the Hill, and I will link her channel here or there. It's what we're reading in our current month. So today is what we're reading in September, and we are going to all share, and I'm gonna even have my children and my husband, if I can get him to get on board. So we're going to all share. I'm back. So we're gonna share what our family is reading in the month of September. I'm gonna start off with my youngest son, Elijah, and he's going to share what he just finished up reading. Come on, you can come do it. So this is Elijah. He is 9. He just finished reading What Was the Alamo? We love this series. We had to do this as we're part of a book club at our homeschool co-op, and so actually all my children, you'll see this with all of them because they all read this. Our theme was Texas history, and so this is the book that was picked for them to read. And then he's getting ready to start. What are you going to start reading?
White Fang.
He's going to read White's. He's going to start on White Fang. Can y'all see it? And this is the classic start. Yes, it's retold from the Jack London original. And so he's kind of excited. We did watch the cartoon, and my oldest son read this also too, and he enjoyed it. So we're hoping that Elijah does as well. Naya, and she's going to share what she's reading. So she also read the What Was the Alamo, and now she's reading
But Not Buddy.
Bud Not Buddy. And this is by who? Christopher Paul Curtis. And we read this as a read aloud, what, like a year or two ago?
I think so.
About a year or two ago, and so she wanted to pick it back up and read it herself. So basically, it's about a little boy, right, who has been, he's living in different foster care.
Yes,
but he's on a search to do what?
I think he's on a search to find his dad.
So he's on a search to find his biological father because his mom died and he never knew who his dad was. So he is on the hunt to find who his dad was. Are you enjoying it so far?
Yes, ma'am.
You are? Okay. Is it a good read, hard read, easy read?
A little in between.
In between? Okay. That's all she's reading for this month. Next up is my oldest son, Trey, and he is almost 13. His birthday's coming up, guys, so he'll be 13 soon. Okay, so this is Trey, and he's going to share what he's reading. What are you reading? My husband is on the other side.
Gentleman.
Aggravating. This is why, see, I can't never get videos done because we have a house full of people and nobody will let me record in private. So Trey's reading Gentle Ben by Walt Moray. And it's the classical... I'll let y'all be the judge.
Like
okay.
Eric Leodale. That made me so mad.
It's the classic story of a boy and his beloved pet. He just started reading, as you can see, so he hasn't really made it. He also read What Was the Alamo, and so now this is what he's reading. What is it about so far?
So far from what I read, it's a boy. He wants to see this bear that this man captured, and the man starves the bear so that it's not strong enough to attack him because he's mean to the bear. But so the boy's dad always tells him not to go in there. So he always walks around deciding if he's gonna go in there, but he never did. But today he did go in there.
So we will follow up with you guys and let you know what this is about. My teenage daughter, the oldest of the Cook's crew, she is 15 and she is reading the following book. So this is Kayla.
My first book, which is a required read, is Julius Caesar Made Easy. It's the Shakespeare Made Easy, so it's the modern version and then the original text, and that's just for school.
Doing the My Father's World History and Literature this year, which is their 10th grade course. I probably should have said that at the beginning. So we're all doing My Father's World. However, she's doing the 10th grade World History and Literature, and this is one of her required reads, and it is set up where it has what's on each side. So
This is the modern text. And
so it
then
has
this
the
is
modern
original.
text and then the original text. So it kind of helps for better understanding. And are you liking it so far? How far are you in here? Because I see no bookmark.
Cause it tells me what I need to read, but I'm on Act 5.
It's scheduled, so she doesn't put a bookmark in there. So she's on Act 5 now.
Which is, I think, the last one that I have to do
Yeah, so
tomorrow.
she's just about finished with this book. And in correspondence to this, she's writing her own play. I'm excited about that.
Also required.
And so just for fun, she's reading this humongous, huge book called The Road. Who is it by?
It's by Lloyd Castle Douglas.
And I grabbed this from the library. And I'm going to be honest. So it's very hard trying to find books that are appropriate for teenagers, that meets our standards as parents, because most of them are very inappropriate, and I don't feel like they're for teenagers. Because with reading, everything involved in reading requires your imagination. So we try to make sure that everything our children read is appropriate for them. Actually, in the Honey for
A Child's Heart.
A Child's
Teen's
Heart? Not the teen, because I want that one, but I don't have it. It was either the Honey for a Child's Heart or the Honey for a Mom. I think it was the child. It was a suggestion in there. So I get to the library. I asked the librarian if she can help me find it. And so when I get there, I look at this book and I'm like, this is a huge book. And I mean, although the storyline seemed like it's going to be good, I wonder if she's going to like this. And so I get home and I show it to her, and it sat for a good week or so. And then she finally was like, can I see that book you got me from the library? And I was like, okay, sure. And she hasn't put it down yet. And I would say she's gotten super far, as you can see. Look at the text. It's super, super small. So she has read a lot. You want to give us a quick synopsis about it?
There's no quick synopsis for
Well,
this
we have
book.
to make it quick.
Okay.
We have to make it quick.
So I'm just going to read the back of what it says, because that's quick. A Roman soldier, Marcellus, wins Christ's robe as a gambling prize. He then sets forth on a quest to find the truth about the Nazarene's robe, a quest that reaches to the very roots and hearts of Christianity and is set against the vividly limned background of ancient. Here is a timeless story of adventure, faith, and romance, a tale of spiritual longing and ultimate redemption.
And she's really enjoying this right now. And because she loves to read, she's also reading
Cold Case Christianity by J. Warner Wallace.
Okay, quick background. So this is another book that has been sitting for about a year now. We actually met him at our local homeschool convention last year, and he gave her an autographed book. And it sat for a while because, again, I was like, I need to check this. Felt like it was okay for her to kind of slowly go through, and we can kind of go through it with her. And the reason why we picked this back up is you'll find out in a minute, and I'll let you know. I'm reading a book aloud to the younger kids that he also wrote. And so she's reading this one as we read that one. The author of this book, he was an atheist. He's a cold case detective and a former atheist. He was an atheist for
35 years.
The first 35 years of his life, and then
His parents were too. He was researching because his friend was telling him how he could use his cold case knowledge to look into Jesus, and so he was skeptical about it at first, and he was actually trying to prove how Christianity was false. And so he went in and he was looking up the Gospels, and he was comparing them with his knowledge of cold case work, and he was like saying how it was views from 4 different people who actually experienced, who walked with Jesus, who seen his death. And he was like, and the fact that they had so much knowledge back then, it was like outstanding to him. And so that is what converted him to his Christianity.
Okay. a couple of books out loud to my younger children, and Markayla, my oldest daughter, she listens in from time to time. We are working on My Father's World, Rome to Reformation right now. So learning about the Roman time period. And we are reading Caesar's World, and we're somewhat through it. This is gonna probably go past September because they schedule out the reading. And I don't want to say it's boring, but there are some parts that kind of gets boring to the children, and so I have to kind of liven it up some, and then we go over it together, and so that has helped them to better understand it. We are also reading The Bronze Bow. I'm enjoying this. Oh, see, if you guys watch my fall book swap video, you know what just happened, and you see why I was excited to receive those magnetic bookmarks. I'm country, but anyways, we just started, and so we're barely into it, but it is good so far. We are really enjoying this, and I'm probably gonna read some tonight. This is the book that I was just referring to when me and Kayla was talking about her cold case. So this is called Forensic Faith for Kids. Learn to share the truth from a real detective. So this is also written by J. Warner Wallace and his wife, Susie Wallace. We are reading this together. I'm actually going to be doing a full review of this book over on my blog. So be sure that you're subscribed to my blog so that you can get the update when I post that review. So that's it for the kids. I am ready to start this book called Mudbound. This is by Hillary Jordan. I actually received this as a gift as part of the fall book swap collaboration that I did. You can check that video out. I'll link it down below. Part of that collaboration, we have to read the book and then do a review on it. And so I will be posting a review next month on this book. So different ideas of books that you wouldn't normally read. So I'm excited to get started with this. And this is a Netflix movie. So I want to finish the book first, and then you see that creepy hand, and then read the book. Remember the Addams Family? Yeah, this video is so bootleg. I told y'all. Would you like to share what you're reading?
Yes, can I go get it?
Go ahead.
Hey.
Y'all, he's not a reader. So when I see him reading, I'm so excited. Our whole family is actually reading something right now. Woo! I'm excited. So he'll be back with what he's reading. Hang on a second. So this is our homeschool principal. My honey.
Yo.
My honey. And he gonna share what he's reading.
Cool. How y'all doing, everybody? All right, the book that I'm reading is by Dave Ramsey, The Total Money Makeover. As y'all can see, real good book, especially if you decide that you want to live a debt-free life. Man, that's the American dream. Debt-free. Now that's the American dream, where you can live the way you want to live, not like everybody tell you to live. Oh, you gotta do a 30-year mortgage, and you gotta buy this, you gotta get credit for this, you gotta get credit for that. If you read this book and you really want to do it, you might have to work hard. Show you how to do it, but you have to put your situation in perspective of what you need to do to make it get done.
Would you be willing to come back when you finish and do a review on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Mr.
cool.
Cook's gonna be back.
You're crazy.
Okay, so I apologize that it took forever for me to go through our book. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry that video was long, but I hope you enjoyed. What are you guys reading currently in your homeschool? Or if you're not a homeschooling family, what are you reading? We are always looking for book suggestions because I love to read. Most of my children love to read, and so we're always looking for new book suggestions. So go ahead and drop those in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.